It is officially December now, which means the holiday season is in full swing, and there is no better person to help get us in the spirit than Karen Shaler, aka Christmas Karen. Shaler has earned that nickname writing not one, not two, but three successful holiday movies. You've probably recognized them, including one of our favorites, Christmas Prince, which, full disclosure, we run pretty much all the time during the holiday season. She has also written a handful of holiday novels, including the very latest, you've probably seen this on shelves, Finding Christmas. Christmas Karen is joining us in studio this morning. Good to have you here.
So happy to be here, and I'm so happy to hear you're watching Christmas Prince at your house.
We are. Listen, we just watched it last night. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, how did you land on this career? Because before the cameras turned on, you and I were talking about Bosnia and the fact that you were in Bosnia as a war correspondent.
I was. It was 1995, and my old life was a correspondent. I usually covered hard news, investigative. That landed me in Bosnia. I was embedded with troops for a month. I was the first journalist in. I was a young journalist. And this is actually a picture when I was in Afghanistan, and that was 2007. I was embedded with an Apache combat helicopter unit. And I always wanted to tell the stories of the soldiers and the real stories, the behind the scenes. So I went with the National Guard and the Army Reserve because, you know, they always call them in the, weekend warriors or what have you. But at the end of the day, they all have personal stories to tell. So it was amazing.
So how do you go from flak jackets and camo to being Christmas Karen?
Well, when I would come out of these war zones and these difficult stories, I would always look forward to these Christmas movies and these novels to kind of be my safe escape, to just something I could dive into and forget about the negative things in the world. And so when I got an opportunity, I thought, I want to give back. They have brought me so much joy. I want to do that too.
So as we've mentioned already, we are big fans of the Christmas Prince in our house, including my daughter, who still claps at the ending, but she had a question for you. This is Annabelle.
Hi, Christmas Karen. My name is Annabelle, and I have a question. How do you come up with your storylines for your movies?
So she wants to know how you come up with your storylines.
What a good question, Annabelle. Thank you. Yay, good question. I think a lot of it's wish fulfillment. First of all, I've watched a lot of these movies, and I know that they want them to be magical, and it's what I wanted as a little girl, what I wanted at Christmas. And then I always say that Christmas has to be a character. It's not just a character, it's the star. So I have done some amazing movies, like my Lifetime movie starring Toni Braxton, and she is, believe me, the star of that movie, but Christmas is a wonderful co-star for her. And I think you just have to honor the holiday and the spirit. So I start with the Christmas story. What story am I going to tell? And then I try to bring in all the experience I've had, family, community, love, and mix them all together and come up with something hopefully magical.
You've probably seen the meme that Saturday Night Live did, where sort of the Christmas movies seem to have, some similarities. There's always like a handyman or an innkeeper. There's always the boyfriend, usually from Manhattan, that's too busy to pay attention. And then usually the female heroine who wants to save a tradition or an inn or something. There's a little bit of a formula.
Oh, 100% a formula. And I think the formula is what people want. We're in troubled times right now. Things are so difficult. When you sit down to watch a Christmas movie and a romantic comedy, boy meets girl, lots of problems. In the end, they're going to get together. And there's got to be that near-miss kiss. There's always that. I challenge you to watch one that doesn't have a near-miss kiss. And so I think that makes it hard as a writer. There is a formula that we want to hit, but it's familiar, and we want to still kind of find different twists. So I've done everything. Finding Christmas, my new novel, it's about Emmy, who loves Christmas. It's over-the-top Christmas. There's a scavenger hunt. She's trying to get her boyfriend to be in the Christmas spirit, and the wrong guy gets the clues on the scavenger hunt. Now, my first novel, Christmas Camp for Hallmark, where actually I wrote the Hallmark movie first, then the novel, it's opposite. She's a little Scroogey. So, we can change things around. In my movie, Toni Braxton for Lifetime played the Scrooge. So I think that we definitely play with characters, but at the end of the day, it all has to do with Christmas.
I love how committed you are. You even run a real-life Christmas camp. One final story before you go. You are a 3-time Emmy winner. We should mention that as well. But you have a great aunt who was born on Christmas Day?
I do. She was born on Christmas Day, and her name is Mary, M-E-R-R-Y, middle name Christmas, last name Day, and she's in Ripley's Believe It or Not. And I'm actually headed to Christmas camp at the Phoenician in Scottsdale, Arizona, right after this, where we're hosting 2 different weekends of all the activities where you get to basically live inside of the Hallmark movie and the Christmas movie that I created, and kind of an immersive experience. And so come to Arizona if you're tired of all the cold.
And now I know why they call you Christmas Karen. Good to meet you in person.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
A reminder, the book is called Finding Christmas, and we'll be right back. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.